Good morning, guys. I am Eric V. I am Hoi Soy, and this is Chart Talk coming at you live from the Chicago Mercantile Exchange along the S&P pit. Alongside them, guys, it is 8:09. I do have here in the house with me this morning one of our esteemed participants in the chat room. So yeah, Karen does say hi. So yeah, so guys, let's take a look at that. What have we seen in the overnight session, guys? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about that. We definitely know what we have seen on the 4-hour time frame, on the 30-minute time frame. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Ifs, ands, or buts that we have seen that new all-time highs put in. Guys, in the overnight session, guess what? We made a new all-time high, and we have we're trading in a range from the 45 halves all the way down into the 37 halves, guys. Nice wide range in the overnight session, and recent trade off that 37 back up into, looks like I want to say it's the 43 halves, right? 43.75s, guys. So guys, highs of the day are the 45 halves, lows of the day are the 37 halves. We're up 2.5 points recently. I think at this point, guys, I think that it's safe to say that that bid yesterday has seen continuation. So guys, we have seen some continuation in that bid from yesterday, and I think that trade back down into and below that 38 calls into question, guys, calls into question this long lean that we have seen. Until then, guys, I don't think there's any reason to be risking your capital on the downside, unless you use very, very tight stops and have a very good price pattern that you want to chase. But guys, remember, it is like taking a shot in the dark. Taking a shot in the dark up here on the all-time highs. So guys, we are still initiative. New all-time highs in the ES. We have a long lean bias down at the 28.64, and on the 30-minute time frame, guys, we are still looking at that 94 quarter, guys, 94 quarters, 94 halves. So guys, that is what we have seen here in the ES. That 5-minute time frame, I still think that we still have that long lean bias on the 5-minute time frame, as long as we don't trade through that 30, let's call it the 38s, guys. As long as we don't trade back through those 38s, we have to remain with that long lean bias. All right, guys, so we are initiative on the 5-minute time frame. We were looking for the 29.17s yesterday. We did not get them, and we are seeing, guys, today that 38 will call into question, right? Sustained below the 38 calls into question that long lean bias, the upside. That's what we saw in the overnight session. If we trade back below it, I think that we have to say the market is telling us, hey, you look at me. So guys, that is what we're seeing here on the 5-minute time frame. We did not modify anything up on the 30-minute. We could potentially do that. But I still do think that on the Z contract, I still think that 28.94 quarter, I still think that is definitely the area to be looking at. Guys, let's move it on over, rocket on over to the NASDAQ, guys, my friends. Let's rock it on over to the NASDAQ on the NASDAQ Z8 and QZ8, guys. In the overnight session, what do we see? Oh yeah, that's right. We saw trade all the way up through that 37. Guys, we did talk yesterday about trade through the 30, sustained trade above through the 30. Yeah, how that brought us back into that 30-minute long lean. Guys, we saw it in the overnight session. If we see one more rotation up through the in the day trading, in the day session today, all the way back up through that 30, take out that 37, I'm gonna do it until, for the time being, as we saw that quick offer that came in the overnight session, I'm not going to yet. We do see back up through the 30 and especially through that 37 halves. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and move up, reestablish that long lean, guys, on the 30-minute time frame for For right now, I'm going to leave it as no bias on the 30-minute, but we still are looking at the 74.20, which we did see test 3 times now as our 4-hour bias. Guys, I do think that we have to have a long lean, guys, a long lean here in the NASDAQ, guys. I don't think that we have any reason not to. I think the 7600 is our long lean. I think of that overlapping price activity in the overnight session. I think that as long as we remain above that 7600, guys, I think that is going to continue to take us higher today. So price pattern into, I think Invalidation is sustained trade below the 7600s now, and we're looking for a price pattern into the middle of this current area balance that we're trading. So guys, we're going to call it the 12s. We're going to call it the 12s, and we're going to look for a price pattern into those 12s. All right, guys, so we're going to look into the price pattern into 76.12s and a sustained trade below 7600. Yeah, invalidates that long lean. That's how we'll know we're wrong. Guys, let me post that up for you. All right, copy and paste chat blast one more time for you, my friends. And let's go ahead and move it on over to the YM, guys. YM, man, oh man. Guess what, guys? We saw new all-time highs yesterday, guys. New all-time highs. We saw sustained trade to the upside. Yeah, continuation to the upside in the overnight session. You know it, no doubt about it, guys. We saw a march higher, and then after we put in the 26,815 highs, guys, there's no way to judge where we're gonna stop. On the way up, guys, we did see overlapping price activity lower. I do think at this point we are seeing initiative on the 5-minute time frame, second area balance up. I think that I do think here that the 745 I'm definitely happy to buy a price pattern in the 745s, but guys, below that 728s, I think that 5-minute bias. 5-minute bias goes away below the 728. So 745s are looking to buy, and all right, 745s, and the 728s are in validation, sustained below them, guys. All right, guys, the long lean bias on the 30-minute time frame, we can definitely modify that. There's no doubt about it. Let's go ahead and take a look at that 30-minute bias. All right, guys, so definitely that 30-minute bias, we did see initiative out of balance. We saw 1, 2, 3 full sessions of nothing but buying, and we are balancing them up here on these recent highs. I do think it's fair to say that if we see trade back into, I'm gonna call it below the lower extreme that we saw, we are balancing, no, into the middle, guys, into the middle of that previous area balance, guys. I'm gonna say that that's 646, guys. That calls into question this 30-minute lean, because that is back below the all-time highs, guys. The all-time highs were that 85. So if we fail initiative out of balance, I think that we're going to invalidate there at the 640, 646, 649. So let's do it to it. We haven't seen, especially since we've seen overlapping price activity. We're going to go ahead and invalidate. We're looking for 26,646s and trade back below. We're just going to call it there, and if we do not see that price pattern there, I think we're going to just go ahead and invalidate that. YM does remain strong, does remain initiative, guys, does remain initiative. So I'm going to go ahead and post that up for you again. Boom, there it is. And guys, that Russell has seen bid in the overnight session as well. Russell has seen bid in the overnight session. We're back above that 20, guys, back above that 20, and we stayed above the 20 in the whole overnight session. So guys, I think that That 20 is it was our previous highs. We are rotating back up and seeing, guys, we are seeing here, there's no doubt about it, that we're seeing rotation back to the upside. I do think it is worth noting, guys, that Russell is initiative, whereas in working with the ES and working with the YM again, guys. So we are seeing that bid. I do think the same thing holds true. We're looking back for a pullback into the 27s, guys. The 27s, and I think sustained trade. We're looking for the 27s and the 24. Sustained trade below the 24.6 calls into question that 5-minute lean. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do it. We're gonna say price pattern into 1688.9 is our long lean. Yeah, we never took that off. That short lean bias is now over, guys. We were looking for price pattern into a price pattern into the. Actually, guys, I'm gonna say that I have to go look, but I'm gonna have to say that we have no bias on the 30-minute because we have yet to put in new all-time highs. So I think we're gonna say no bias on the 30-minute. The 5-minute, we are looking for that 27s, guys, a pullback into the 27s, 27 spot 4, and the 24.6. All right, so we have long lean bias. We are currently initiative. Alright, guys, so we're key areas. We're looking for a price pattern into, boy oh boy, price pattern into, what did I say? I said the 27.4s, right? And it's the 24.6s into 27.4 and invalidation below 1724.6. All right, guys, so that is the Russell. That's what we are seeing here in the Russell. We will take one more shot at the 24s as we pull back down, but guys, remember that Russell has been manic, has not seen the same level of participation that we have seen in the other majors into those new highs that we saw in the ES and new highs that we saw in the YM. The NASDAQ, same thing, guys. That NASDAQ is definitely not participating the same way that we're seeing in the ES and the YM. Even that Russell is seeing a better bid than the NASDAQ is, and a better price, better chart pattern than we are seeing on the NASDAQ here on the 5-minute time frame, on the 30-minute time frame. So guys, I do think that we have no bias on the 30-minute in the Russell. That NASDAQ, we will reestablish that. We trade back above. It's the same trade above the 30s. We're trading the 23s last, guys. So we're trying to do it to it. We'll see if it happens with initiative out of balance. Guys, ES is back within a point of the highs of the day, guys. The overnight highs, we're seeing 4 halves and 475s are trading last. I want to bring to your attention one final thing. I do want to bring to your attention is we are seeing the FTSE actually leading the DAX at this point, guys. The FTSE is actually leading the DAX today, which is not something that we have seen in a sustained period of time. FTSE's up 103. The DAX is only up 82.8. The DAX has been stronger than the FTSE. FTSE has actually seen negative days for the last, for the last, let's call it the last 2 weeks. I think the average trade has been down in the FTSE. Guys, the last 2 days we've seen some strong activity in the FTSE. FTSE is rocking and rolling higher, guys. FTSE's up 104. The YM is only up 72. YM's up 72. NASDAQ is up 15 points last, and the ES is up 5 1/4, guys. 5 1/4 from the previous close. I will have it is the 8:23:24. Wow, 8:24. Time flies when you're having fun, right? So we are. I will have the for my subscribers. I am incredibly grateful for the fact that each and every one of you are participating. Love to see you guys here in the morning. I have everything posted up for you guys. You guys who are listening on YouTube, yeah, you guys, this is for you as well. I do want to open the invitation. I am Holy Soy, I'm Eric V, and do want to open the invitation. You guys can reach out to me anytime you'd like. Say hi at FutureSquawk.com. It'll come right to my phone, tablet, or computer device, and I will be more than happy to reach out and talk to you. Additionally, guys, this has been a Lost Child production. A Lost Child production. FutureSquawk is a Lost Child production, and we are dedicated to my loving son, my beautiful son, my son who will make a difference in this world. I love you, bro, and I'll see you soon. All right, excellent, guys. Thank you so very much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful and successful trading day. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Have a good one.